Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. Just doing my checks on my audio, make sure everything's working. Let me know if there are any audio problems. But yeah, hello. Welcome to another edition of the Rokoko Office Hours. So this is a time when we're just here live to either talk through workflow issues or show off some Rokoko hardware. And I'll usually work a little bit on a little project too at the end of the stream. So yeah, hey everyone, Kana, John, Manel, Cable Jack, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Manel, you can use the suit for live streaming. I recommend you checking out Kana or Cable Jack's channels actually if you're looking for some examples. But yeah, so this week, I think we're gonna make some more free mocap. We'll take some requests. There was someone from the Discord, Jay, what was their name? But they had a bunch of mocap that they wanted to do, and so that would be that would be cool. We can do that, and I also have some Infinite Journeys mocap that I need to do for my last minute project. So Rokoko can be represented. Oh no, Kana. Sensor issues? I hope not. You just got your suit, didn't you? That would be a real bummer. Mic is razor sharp. Excellent. Cool. Well, okay. So we're gonna just kind of jump into it and start making some mocap. If anyone has any requests, thank you. Oh, the mic is razor sharp. Am I not razor sharp? Do one of those. Yeah, let's jump into it. Let's make some mocap. And I'm just going to keep an eye out for Johnny. Actually, I want to just let him know on the Discord. For those of you who don't know, we have a Rokoko Discord that's popping. So you should join it if you want to check it out. Okay, yeah, but let's record. I think Sam focused the mic so not to have voice problems. John, okay, sure, John. I'll take a challenging acting. Okay, direction: walk, give handshake to 4 guys, acknowledging their efforts on the field. So that's like on the field, like for some sort of sports game. But we can definitely do that. Acknowledging their efforts on the field. Sure. Done. Let's do it right now. What are we going to call this? I don't know what to call this. Like field acknowledgement. Okay. So I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger because I've been wanting to do breakdowns of what we do on the stream. And I'm just going to stand up. So again, kind of going through everything that we do every time, just what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing a Smart Suit Pro 2. Oh no. Just got to raise this guy. Yeah, there we go. Wearing a Smart Suit Pro 2. And I'm going to be using the smart gloves. And then also we might do some face cap because there was a request for some face cap the other day. So let's plug in. So the Smart Suit Pro 2, I'm using the glove ready version, which only requires 1 battery, which is very nice. Oh. Okay, move that back there. And yeah, just going through my network setup, which I think is good to do every time. But yeah, so I'm connected by Ethernet to the internet, which is what I'm doing all my live, my streaming to YouTube through. And then I have a dedicated router, offline router that is not connected to the internet, a Wi-Fi router that I'm using for my suit. So that keeps my mocap movements nice and crispy, and it also keeps my live stream running. So that's kind of what you want to do, especially if you're live streaming or VTubing or anything like that. And just having a dedicated router is just always a good idea for Rokoko, because it means that nobody's on your router watching 8K YouTube videos and eating up all the bandwidth. Oh yeah, I can expand my sensor readout. Yeah. Put on the old smart gloves. Any sport. 4 people. Okay, John. And I hope we have that Johnny from the Discord, because he had some. Maybe we'll just do some of. I think he had like a robbery in a gas station, so maybe we'll just do some like gas station robbery stuff too. Okay, so suit, gloves on. I need to assign them to an actor profile, so I will add my actor profile, which has my height, which helps the mocap be more accurate. How do I expand this? I never expand this thing. There we go. Okay, so those are my sensors. So yeah, not green across the board, right? You can see some flickering, got some yellow on a forearm. But yeah, this is the readout of the strength of our Wi-Fi signal, how the sensors are doing. There we go, green. So that's pretty ideal. And I'm in the, we had some questions about where I was recording, but I'm in in a small office space that's surrounded by metal. I have metal all over the walls, and I've never had a lot of magnetic interference, but people do. And that's something you got to kind of work around, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to do a straight pose. Wait, what happened? Oh, I'm in ghost mode. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's meet some guys and congratulate them on their work on the field. Let's do it. Do another calibration pose, because why not? Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Great job, guys. Great job. It was everything. Yeah, there we go. How was that? I've heard some people talk about trying to shield the room from magnetic interference, and I don't think we've ever seen a kind of a solution for that. Let's check out that take. Well, you can do that right now, Kana. Not bad, right? Yeah. Pretty cool. And then we can clean up some of this knee popping and stuff by using filters, which we probably won't clean up everything on the stream today. But I have been cleaning it up, and all the mocap that we've been making, 3 rounds now, are all on the they're in the description of the video below in the Google in the Google Drive folder, so you can download them, use them for whatever. Hopefully we're gonna have like a lot of them by the end of pretty soon. Okay, so we're gonna do some gas station type things. So I guess mostly idling, maybe using the gas pump, and then like a robbery. And we'll try and make something for Johnny the Yanni on Discord. Okay, so I guess first thing we'll do is like tending the cash register. Oh, John. Okay, we got one more. I don't have a ton of room to jog around. I'd normally do that in the other room. Turning left and right. Well, yeah. I can do some of that. I can warm up my legs. How about other ideas? They don't involve me run. Not that I don't want to run around. I just don't have a lot of space to do that. We can do a walk cycle though. How about we do a little run cycle? You can just go through how to do that. So to do a run cycle, I'm actually in the wrong suit for it because you need to do it without gloves. But yeah, I can jog in place. Do one of those. It's not as realistic, but yeah, you can maybe do something with that. It's kind of messy though, probably. Take a look at it. You know, yeah, that kind of works. And we clean that up, obviously. Probably a bunch of drift. All these keyframes look pretty good though. Okay, let's do some. We're gonna do some gas station stuff. Okay, so we're just tending the cash register. You know what I mean? Sitting at the counter. Now maybe we'll actually do some like. You know, gas station stuff. Let's take a look at that. What a good idle. Look, we're just sitting, cleaning my little desk here. So you could go and clean that up, you know, probably in your program to get it, have good contact with the desk. In Maya or Blender or whatever. Okay, I'm just going to get this deep, you know. Yeah, looks good. Okay, how about like we'll just do a talking idle with someone. Okay, talking idle. Here we go. You know, pretty good. Standard talking type stuff. Clean NPC animations. Okay. Cool. Let's do like bursting through the door with a gun and to take the guy hostage, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Bagheera, I highly recommend having a dedicated router, especially a 5G router, because those are, I've found the best, depending on where you depending on the environment. Okay, here we go. Ready? Put the money in the whatever. Give me the money. Pretty good. Kick the door down. Okay, I could kick the door down. Let's do another one. We're kicking the door down. Ooh, this is gonna be Big old cleanup later. Actually, it looks pretty good right off the bat. Oof, yeah, it looks great. Very emotive. Some sticking feet there. Well, okay, we'll kick one down, and then then we'll do like somebody getting held up and like getting the money and putting it in the thing. Oh, I could put a ski mask on actually. Okay, I'll put it on before I kick in the door. That's a good idea. Fun. Oh, always such good ideas come from this chat. So grateful. Yes, the finger's not really on the trigger. I should have a prop, probably. I think I do have a... I don't have a prop gun here. I should have one. But you just have to pose the fingers onto the gun, you know. Yeah, not ideal. Okay, here we go. And then I'll like approach the register in the same. It got dark there. Got dark at the end. We shot the shopkeeper. Shot the shopkeeper at the end. A Dyson vac. Ooh, that'd be good. Okay. What else? Yeah, we'll do the guy getting stuck up and putting the money in the register, taking the money out, and then we'll do one more idle, and then move on to some infinite journeys or some other requests from other people. Always do a calibration pose. Yeah. Giving Disney a run for their money. Okay. Bursting in through the door. Oh, God. You know. And scene. That's pretty good. It's pretty good acting. Okay, what else? We'll just do some idling. Yeah, idling, like maybe at the gas pump for your car. And then, yeah, we'll move on and take some other requests. If you guys have requests, put them in the comments and we'll get to them. As long as they're not, I mean, I can run around. I'll do a stream that's like more where I'm in another room where I can run around. Because, I mean, I can kind of run. I can dodge in here. I can't really run around. Okay, straight pose. Okay, just filling up a car, with gas at the tank. Let's do it. Okay, it's gonna be like how? Okay, yeah. There we go. Pretty good. Idling that you can use for avatar selection. Okay, so like more idling. I love doing idles, actually, so I will do that. So idling, like, that's like, just like posing, right? Kind of thing. Sure, let's do it. Okay, idling. Let's idle. Ooh, I like that. Reloading the guns there at the end. A little. Do a flip. Um, Scratch things and all. Scratching the butt. We do a butt scratching one. Folding hands. Okay, one more. Idling, like folding hands. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good. Idle with props in hand. Air guitar. Oh, that's always easy. Yeah, I'll definitely do some air guitar. Air guitar is a good one. You know, for the hand position, like I don't normally get very good. Like, I do it 8 times. I mean, it's pretty good. But look at, it's not perfect. It's inertial. So there's going to be lots of issues. Can't do my claps. I'm kind of, I am, when I do my straight pose, I make sure my legs are nice and under me. I press my arms against my body. That helps maybe sometimes. I don't know. Normally it's not. That was very good. But also, like, I'm looking at the screen and I'm, you know, adjusting my hand slightly, so they're not really on each other. I'm kind of performing for the motion. Okay, and dedicated router 5G, like, it makes a huge difference. Air guitar. Got to break the guitar at the end. How about, anything else? What else? What are you thinking? How about a middle finger is always good. Everybody likes a middle finger. Idle, middle finger. Not to you guys, but that's a great one that everybody likes. You got to break the guitar. I don't know that would be a lot of cleanup for that probably, but I can do another don't flip us off. I know, I'm sorry. Frustration and walking out of a house. Yeah, I can do that. A handstand I can't do, but you can't really. You can try it in Locomotion Legacy mode, but you basically can't really do it because it requires foot contact with the ground. Rokoko. Flip an actual bird. But yeah, I'll do an argument like in walking out. Pretty good. Picking out things in the grocery store. I'll do like in an aisle. Yeah. Oh, you can. Yeah, you could just do it that way. I'm doing a handstand. Punch a bully. A monster. Can you do a monster? Like a monster. Oh, I can do a monster. Yes, I can definitely do a monster. Okay. It'll be like a scream thing. That was okay. What other monster type thing? Like, maybe we can try some Godzilla. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll try some big monster smacks. Monster attacks. Kind of half-hearted. Clap idols. I could. I don't really want to give these out though, because I don't presume if it can't be used right out of the box, which this can't be. You just need to do some simple editing, but you need to do editing. What else? How about just like some sitting idols, and then I think or keep actually running with some more suggestions. We'll do a couple more. Dog mocap. Unfortunately, you cannot do dog mocap, as far as I am aware. So, and then we're gonna do some infinite journeys. So this is what I need to recreate. This is what I've mocked up. But we're going to record a floating in 0G, couple of motions, and then you can edit them to do this, pretty easily. But this is what mine is gonna be looking like. Have a nice little Rokoko entry. So let's do those, and the best way to do, I think, floating stuff is actually, so if we just go like this, we sit down in the chair, and I'm actually going to lower my camera back down for this. And we can keep doing some other ones as well. Spider crawling with mocap. Yeah, you could do like the individual arms or something, and then you just do them 8 times, right? I don't know. Yeah, you could do a couple things. But if you're sitting, basically we can just reposition, juggle a ball. Yeah, we can definitely. I'll juggle a ball, actually. Do juggling. That's a good one. But for floating, it's if you just have everything static, then you can make a lot of the changes in post. So that's kind of what we're going to do. It's going to reach up and tap a floating iPod or something, I think is what we're going to end up doing. Spider mocap. I do want to see a sock puppet show using Rokoko tools at some point. Yeah, you could. I mean, totally, you could, because you can. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to play with, especially with like a better rolling chair on a really rolly surface. You could totally but in that case, I would probably just use like treadmill mode. But yeah, let's do this. So I'm gonna reach up and basically tap something in front of me. Actually, no, let's do juggling first. Let's do juggling. Kind of off camera for this, but. Yeah, some juggling. Okay, let's do a little sitting. Okay, straight pose. And let's do it. Okay, and you'll see what we're going to do with that. Feeling sad or emotional. That's a good one. Yeah, we can do some chair sitting ones. Straight pose. Okay, sitting in a chair. Should have a non-chain, like a static chair that doesn't have a give in it, but whatever, it'll be fine. you know, sad. Yes, Keanu sad. Okay, I'm gonna check out this this sitting back thing that we just got. Put on foot IK. So this is kind of the position. Cool, that looks good. Okay, so we're good on that. What else? Any other last minute requests? And then we're gonna change out and clean up some of this, and then finish up some Infinite Journeys mocap, do some editing in Maya, and then we're gonna move out of Maya and Cinema 4D soon enough, because I know we've been doing a lot of that. I think we're gonna call it. Bunch of takes, 17 takes, pretty good. And yeah, we'll do more next week. So this is definitely going to be a regular part of what we do now. Okay, so I'm gonna change out of my suit. I'll put it on, which is always fun. Fighting idol. Yeah, we can do a fighting idol. That'll be the last one. We'll do sword. Sword in shoulder. Sword on my shoulder? Okay, here's like a typical fighting idol. And then we can do pulling out a sword. Okay, so pulling out and tossing a sword. So like I'm pulling out the sword and I don't even need to use it. Okay, let's do it. Idle, or calibration. Let's move the camera up slightly. Okay, here we go. Something like that. Take a peek. My trusty wooden thing, wooden pole. Yeah, you know, pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, let's do the ceremonial taking off of the gloves and suit, which is always amusing to watch, I think. Yeah. Turn off my camera, though. Head always goes first. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Rokoko tradition at this point. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, there we go. Man, and one thing to always watch out for is leaving your battery on. I've done that so many times. When I go to use the suit next time and there's no battery left. I'm very frustrated. That would be a big one if you worked in a little studio or something. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sound effects are the best part. Okay, so back at it. Let's do it. Need some coffee. Ooh, need to put my camera back down. Ooh, there we go. Oh no. Okay. So let's edit some mocap. So let's do one that is, just to go through it and show how it's done. And then we'll do the floating one, which I'm going to be using in our Infinite Journeys submission. A little coffee. Never hurts. It's not, it's probably never good to leave electronics on for extended periods of time when they're not supposed to be. So in that sense, yeah, I've done it a bunch and it's been fine. I'll run the battery down. The battery, it won't stay on. It'll stay on until the battery drains. So it will stay on for a couple hours or maybe, batteries drains very slowly with the suit. But more frustratingly for me, it's been that, it's like the battery is dead. I think we should, let's do one of the robber, like kicking in. Actually, when I was kicking in the door, I saw there was a bunch of, man, this is a good little pack we got. What is this? Oh, this is the idle screen. Checking the gun. Okay. We kicking in the door on this one? No. This was a good one, though. Okay. This is the kick in the door one. So let's clean this up because it's good to show how you should clean up your mocap, and it's an integral part of the process, as I've said many times and as we try to make very clear. Okay, so first things first, I might just turn on Foot IK because I just want it to be on from the beginning. So I'm going to turn on Foot IK. Foot IK will make your feet stick whenever these bars, so these bars down here represent foot contact with the ground. They need to be accurate to what actually happened for the mocap to look good. If you click this little gizmo, it will visualize those bars in the scene so you can see both my feet are on the ground there, so it knows to stick my feet. So we'll just start from the beginning because the more accurate the entire scene is, it'll kind of has a knock-on effect, throughout the rest of the scene. So if your mocap is like bad in the beginning, some of those errors will continue to kind of manifest throughout the rest of the scene. So, okay, so this is, this would be something that you'd have to fix, the like location of the hand and everything. Pulling on the mask. So here, I don't know if I'm lifting my foot, so I'm going to put that back down. I'm hitting 1. I'm selecting a keyframe and hitting 1 to extend it out to the next keyframe. I'll show you that again in a second. So right here, it's saying my left foot is off the ground when it's not. It doesn't leave the ground this entire time. So try that instead. We'll see how it looks. Much better, I'm sure. Boom. Kick in the door, right? Now I'm walking in. This all looks pretty good. I'm going to leave these. Okay, and then I reset because I was doing another part of the scene. And, you know, this is what you should do for all your mocap. Yep, this all looks good. Oh, I'm going to kill him at the end. I forgot about that. Normally I get rid of some of these micro movements. And again, like this maybe was my foot leaving the ground, but maybe we don't need to do it. Like this one for sure. We zoom in here. This is not, my foot doesn't come up off the ground between these two. So to get rid of this, I'll select this keyframe, hit 1, it will connect it through. I could select this keyframe, hit 0, and it would empty it out. And then press process changes. And yeah, anyway, just doing a little. Ooh, he shoots him. Boom. And he walks out the door. So yeah, that's just some quick little cleanup. I'm definitely gonna butter. I'm not gonna butter all these animations. The ones that we give out, they're just straight out of Rokoko Studio. But we are gonna put out a tutorial on Butterworth, and we have the streams because man, it makes a huge difference. So the other thing I would usually do is, especially with something this long, I would definitely check drift fix, and I would try to have my mocap start and end in the same place. And you can see my mocap started and ended right at my computer, same place. And this is the drift over the entire performance, right? So we want to we know the start and end positions are in the same place. So match them up, match up those crosses. And yeah, I'm not going to use an EPOP smoothing because it didn't look like we needed it. A Butterworth. It is a fun thing to say. But yeah, that's cleaning up. That's cleaning up some mocap. So now let's actually go and check out some of the floating mocap. And I'll go through and rename all these and export them for download. That'll probably be done tomorrow because it just gotta, clean them all up and package them nicely. So this, other than adding foot IK, I'm not going to make any changes. This is the mocap we're going to use for the project. And instead, we're going, because the Maya workflow, which again is the one that I recommend and I've always found to be the best, although there are workflows that work in all the programs. The Maya one is really clean. It's very easy to do the type of floating movements which we're actually going to be wanting. So again, this is kind of, all this foot movement and everything and the hand floating up and everything, that was all done in Maya. So my this is just from a similar take like this, and then I'm just animating the feet and stuff in post, and it gives you this nice floaty vibe. You just make them float up a little bit or whatever. So yeah. So let's do it. Let's do it. So I always use, I'm going to export this out. I always use a Maya Human IK. This project is in 24 frames. Normally I just export it 100 because I like the extra frames. Because this one's in 24, no, I'm just going to leave it at 100 because I don't have no problems with that. That project I made. So I've already set up the scene and everything that I'm going to be using. I just need to do final mocap, and then I'm changing some of the things. If we take another look at it, we can go through what we're going to be doing now. Is he's, instead of checking his nails, he's going to reach up and do a little tap on like a thing. Oh, but I got this backwards, didn't I? So I actually want the mocap to be reversed. Interesting. Oh, I had the wrong button on. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. It's like this. Yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna export it. Body mesh. My human IK skeleton, 100 FPS. Export. Oh, I should rename that floating. I'm gonna rename it floating. So keep it clean. That's the idea, John. That's the whole idea. And unfortunately, you know, we had the issues that we've had getting it just off the ground with the standard you know, legacy, as good as legacy if not better. That's that's goal one. But Studio is built on on doing more editing. Like the new beta, it's all built around doing more editing in the app, bringing in FBXs and bringing in your props, having your characters. Like all that is in there right now. It's just we're getting it to a better, just more functional point first, and then we're going to be like with elevation tracking, it's going to be all these new features coming out, which is why we made this big change, the new version of Studio in the first place. Is it's not just that we want to be in the cloud and all this stuff. Like there's a bunch of fundamental changes that we made with Studio Beta that we unfortunately haven't really released yet, but are very much a part of like why we did it. And those will be coming as soon as we can get them out. But the whole idea is to make it so that you don't need to do editing in other programs. You can just, even, you know, you can retarget to your character, check all your clipping, you know, do the additive animations in Rokoko Studio. Then you just export out a clean mesh, like to Blender, and you don't need to do this retargeting in other programs, which is, you know, they're all different, and so there's a much bigger idea. Yeah. I mean, we were trying to get it out as quickly as we could, and we just couldn't get all the features out yet, but they're coming. All those features are coming, which I'm really excited about. Okay, I'm gonna rename this. Going on my rant. What do I call this? This is zero gravity float. Calling it zero gravity float. It's an idle. This is an idle, right? Idle. It should be, Kana. Yeah, that's the idea. It's just basically it should be more accurate over time. So yeah, I don't think the beta ends on Sunday. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's true. Maybe that's true, but I don't think so. I think it's over when it's ready to be not in beta anymore, which I don't think it is yet, but it's getting closer. Okay. Here it is. Boom. Okay, so I've got it. I'm going to go into Maya because my workflow for Cinema 4D, this is all Cinema 4D, but I'll do all the retargeting in Maya because it's so good. So we're going to retarget some of that float mocap and then bring it into C4D. Oh, the contest ends on Sunday. Yeah, Bagheera, you're right. God, is it even Sunday? I feel like it's like tomorrow. I'm kind of scared. 24th. Is it Sunday? So then we don't need to. There's no rush. We got until Saturday night at 7 p.m. You know, you don't need to start working on projects until the day that they're due. That's important for CG. Okay, so the robot guy that we're using is this robot apocalypto guy. Hello, friend. Yeah. And he's been exporting real weird. So delete the sky dome. So I might have to export like an alembic of the character, but let's do all the editing and stuff first. Thankfully, it's just a single mesh, so that will work. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller now. Choop choop choop. Okie dokie. Yeah, you always need to rush a project. No, I didn't. I got like a spaceship scene. I'm Kit Bash all the way. I mean, I'm not a modeler. I'm a generalist. So that's why, you know, I believe so much in the Rokoko suit too, because I'm not an animator. And I can kind of, you know, again, I can get myself close after the mocap. But I can't hand animate, you know, I can model some simple things, but I'm a Kit Basher, you know. I'm a collager basically. Okay, so this guy's already set up. We have tutorials on characterization and how to do all this retargeting. So I'm going to import my mocap. And actually, I think our Maya workflow video is a little out of date. So we need to do a new version that is like an all-in-one. Idle, zero gravity, float. That's what we exported. Bring it into my scene. We're going to create a new character definition. So I'm in the human IK panel here. If I go to the human IK panel and I go to none instead of robot, which is already set up. I already did this process with the robot. Go to none. I'm going to create a new character definition by clicking on my mocap hips. My mocap guy is down here. Oop. Joop. Kind of misscaled, but that's okay. There we go. Mocap guy. Gonna click on the hips. Gonna load in a characterization preset, which comes with Maya. This HIK preset, which will match up with a human IK skeleton exported from Rokoko Studio. So add that preset, goes green. Basically, this panel is defining all of these bones, so that if I go back to my robot's bones, it can pair up the corresponding bones from my mocap to my character. So it knows, oh, this is the right arm or left arm of your mocap, and this is the left arm of your character. And if it has these bone maps, it knows where to pair that animation, if that makes sense. So always trying to explain retargeting. It's kind of a weird thing if you're not used to it. Here we go. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to bake this to a control rig, and then we're going to do a bunch of editing to this character to get it to seem like it's floating. And also that he's supposed to be kind of bobbing his head to some music. Rebake the keyframe rebake the animation keys once they're inside Maya to keep the... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You know, yeah. You can see here that there's maybe some missed frames or something. I'm gonna Butterworth this though, so it should be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna bake this to a control rig. Bake to control rig. It's gonna do its thing. Going all the way through. Okay, and now we can make some changes, right, to this whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to do this in a more systematic way than to be honest, than I normally do. I'm going to grab the hips. I'm going to put this on its own. And basically, so we're going to create animation layers to do editing on top of our mocap. So, for example, if I want to make changes to the hips, I can like change them, but then it's going to snap back. You know, because there's keyframes on this hips throughout the entire track. So we need to create a layer that sits above our mocap animation. I can delete my mocap actually because I don't need it anymore. above our mocap animation where we'll do additive changes. But actually what we're going to do first is Butterworth our mocap. And so I'm just going to select all of my control rig keys. I'm going to go to Windows, Animation Editors, Graph Editor. So these are all the keyframes on our control rig. And this is some filters in Maya, which I haven't been using, but have been using a ton recently, because they make the animation just look so much better. So I ran a Euler filter, and I'm going to run a Butterworth at 4. Apply it and close it. See how that looks. Probably a lot smoother. Yeah. Pretty good. Buttery smooth. Okay, so now we can go and create those animation layers. So we want him to be lying flat. And I've already done this process with this example. So we want him to kind of be lying flat, and he's going to have headphones on, and he's going to reach up and kind of tap a little MP3 player that's floating above him. This pillow won't be here. Yeah, I like this. This is a Vectron background in Cinema 4D. It's just going to take a ton of time to render. But nice and relaxing for our Infinite Journeys travel. A lot of them seem really intense, which is cool. Is probably cooler, but also is more work. So this is nice and lazy. Okay, so we need this character to be lying flat, and then we're going to make the kind of legs and the arms be floating up in space. Smooth option. That's cool, Kana. Good to know. Yeah, VC face, I haven't played around enough with it. Okay, but let's lie this guy down flat. So I'm going to create a animation layer called hips. Hip. Then, Then I'm going to make one called hands. I'm putting the hands in it, so I'm selecting both of the hand controllers. Make an animation layer. Hands. I'm going to select this upper chest. I'm going to make one. Upper chest. I'm going to select this head, neck one. And create a new layer called head. And finally, we're going to do feet and maybe even toes. I don't know if we need to do toes. I don't think we do. So we just need to do feet. So that one. Create a new animation layer called feet. Butter everywhere. Butter, butter, butter. Okay, so let's, angle the hip. I'm just going to do it here. Add a keyframe by hitting S. I'm going to move the chest like back a little bit. He's chilling, listening to music. I'm going to keyframe the head a lot more probably, because he's just straight chilling, listening to his beats. We'll start it there. Grab the feet. Keyframe. And we're all in the, I don't know if we've been making all these changes to the feet. The feet layer. So you know what? I might actually just redo all that because I want them to be on separate layers. So we just need to delete this keyframe. Oh, they're all still there. God, I don't know. Can I delete this layer? I might have to restart this whole process. Remove selected objects. Delete layer. Okay, yeah, there we go. So let's add the feet back in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to grab the hip. Do that all again. Add a keyframe. That's on the hip, upper chest. I don't know. It's kind of like chilling, upper chest. There we go. Head. Upper chest. This kind of needs to be rotated. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it's... Yeah. I don't know what is going on there, but let me delete that if there's a keyframe there. Huh. Don't know what's going on there, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's grab the feet. And the great thing is, because these are all on control rigs, you know, this is all IK based. It just makes it really easy. Add a keyframe to that foot. Add a keyframe to that foot. And then we're going to go to the hands. And start the hands right there. We do need to select the thumbs. These look a little funky. I'm going to select all the finger joints actually and put them all in a single layer, which we're going to, because we're just going to fix some of the positioning of the finger joints. They're a little funky looking. Yep, create a layer. Fingers. There we go. And on the fingers, we can just straight up make some changes actually here. Thumb always needs a little fixing. And then like these look a little weird, so just gotta add keyframes. You know, like that. I don't know why it's not sticking. Okay, sorry, I'll check out some of the comments here. When altering the mocap in C4D, should I make a new layer for each joint I alter? Yeah, I tend to just do it all in the same thing. So I don't know. It's kind of I would say do if you can't do it all in the same track because it gets untenable. Yeah, maybe try them on their own individual ones. But I don't know. I never do because I'm a little lazy. Okay. This hand, this finger, this thumb for sure needs a little work. Okay. Why is it swapping like that? Oh, maybe that's unfortunately, I think I just need to kind of delete some of these upper chest keyframes. I don't know. Interesting. What is that from? I might need to restart this process over again. When do you bake? Yeah, at the end in Cinema 4D Digital Artist. Yeah, yeah. You go up to that curve thing and you hit bake all keys. Well, this isn't screwed up, and we can use. We can just use this part of the clip, which is what we'll do. Okay, let's go to hands, keyframe. Oh, so every time I add a keyframe to hands, what is it? Interesting. They're all fighting each other. I think maybe I just need to add everything onto a single thing and then just do it that way. Let's try this again. So yeah, I'm just gonna restart this because I think I've irrevocably screwed up this project file. Okay, so let's just re-import some mocap, redo our editing. Maybe we'll just clean up some of the other mocap as well. But yeah, I think this is good to kind of go through the process of cleaning something up. You know, let's clean something up, make it look good. I think that's worthy of some stream time. Okay, so I'm just gonna retarget my mocap again. Create a new character definition. Robot character 1. Bake to control rig. Boom, done. We go and we Butterworth it up. Oh no, time editor, no. Graph editor. Select all of our keyframes, curves, Euler, curves, Butterworth. Did it at 5. Play it forward. Delete our mocap. There we go. Okay, now let's edit it. And I'm just going to, this time, just throw it all onto one big layer. Okay. Boom. Everything in a big fat layer. Yeah, and we're going to use the second one. So right here, let's get into position. Keyframe. Keyframe. What is it? Interesting. I don't know why it's clicking like that. Whoa. It's like auto key on or something? Very bizarre. Well, maybe we'll just do some cleanup and I'll do this off stream. Let's clean up another take instead. Okay. Don't save that. Yeah, let's go back into studio and clean up one more take and then we'll call it a day. And I'll go struggle with that. Well, probably tonight. But it should be doable. Oh, you know what? Maybe I won't do it via control rig. That might be the move. Okay. So yeah, let's clean up one more. Let's go through and look at what we got. This looks pretty good. Oh, the shaking of the hand. Okay, let's go through and do this one. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, yeah, just clean up our, you know, our keyframes. That's how it always starts. Doot, doot, walking, foot down. This right here is not a gap. Looks like the foot comes up a little bit here. No gap here. So maybe some knee pop smoothing on this one. You can see these little pops, right? Locks into place. We don't want those. So we can use the knee pop smoothing filter for those. This again. Anything that's a little suspicious, like single, little tiny little gap. Looks very clean though in general. Yeah, it looks great. So let's process changes. Let's add foot IK. And that should fix it up. Let's add knee pop smoothing too. Oh my gosh, crazy. Clean it up. Then turn on drift fix as well. Looks pretty good, but you know, could always be a little bit better. Process changes. Play it through. Knee popping looks a lot better, just a lot smoother. Everything just looks better. Yeah, this looks great. Tap, tap, tap. Congratulations on playing well on the field. You all did really good job. There we go. Easy to clean. Always a worthwhile step to go through and do a quick clean of your data because it makes it so much better. We're going to call this greeting handshakes. Four handshakes. No, just handshakes. Boom. Let's do one more. And then I think we're going to call it. Oh, God, the jogging. I don't know about that one. I mean, we can. It actually looks pretty clean, but that's kind of a weird one anyway. Idling. How about filling up your car? Oh, no. Let's do some of the, like the sword drawing. This was cool. I'm going to go through and clean up all of these, but, so here it looks like the feet are actually moving a bit and we're not picking up the movements. Like right there, that's kind of the blue, comes up off the ground, lands again right there. This is kind of the green. I'm just clicking and it adds a keyframe. These are very faint, but if I click this keyframe and hit 0, it'll make a gap there. I think that'll make it look a little bit better, and we'll just throw on some foot IK, and yeah, we'll kind of call it. Yeah, look at that. So much better. Foot IK. Always on with the foot IK. And yeah, I think we're going to call it right there. Played through. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for joining for another office hours. Hopefully the construction wasn't too loud. And yeah, super fun. Super excited to finish up some Infinite Journeys. Can't wait to see who wins. Grand prize winner gets a full mocap suit, which is always awesome. And, you know, second place gets some smart gloves. So submit those Infinite Journeys projects because you never know. No reason it can't be you or me. When it can't be me. We're ineligible, but we can submit. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for joining, and I'm going to call it there. And yeah, have a good weekend, and we'll see you for the next one on next Thursday. And I'll have the mocap up. I'll make an announcement in the Discord when it's all cleaned up and ready to download. Okay. See y'all. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.